What is cracking, everyone? Welcome back to Project Campervan. Now it's the weekend. I've hooked myself up with some fridge raiders and a chocolate milkshake, standard procedure, and we're going to be cracking on with the van build in today's video. Now, I've had an idea for the van, because Project Campervan is pretty bland. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the mystery machine. Yeah, you heard that right. What we're going to do is when all of the inside's done, we're going to give it a mystery machine paint job or wrap. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to look absolute nuts and I really can't wait for it. It's definitely going to turn a lot of heads and get a lot of looks as well. But anyway, so far, since the last video, the floor is now completely done. It's a bit dirty because it still needs to be sanded down and sealed, and obviously I've been walking in here with shoes. But all the floor's done. We've got our first two battens up for the walls, which are bloody solid. So we're going to carry on doing the walls and the ceiling, basically putting up all the framework. And once that's done, then we can go ahead and start putting up the frame for the bed, the counter, and actually making the van take shape. So yeah, I'm going to quickly sit down, yam on them fridge raiders, and then what we'll do is we'll set up a time lapse and basically start putting up these beams. Now we've just got these all measured to size. I've got one over here which is already cut, so we're going to use that to measure up the rest of them. And what we'll do is we're going to be basically placing them everywhere we can. So we're going to have two more at the back, one there, and then two at the front if I can find something to bolt them into. But yeah, we'll have to sort that out because we're going to have something at the front anyway. So I'll work out how we're going to bolt that all in, and then we can start doing cross beams, strengthen it all up, the beams along the ceiling, and then once that's all done, we're ready to start framing up the bed and the cabinets. So yeah, without no further ado, I'm going to we'll set up a time lapse, and then we will start making the van take shape. So I started cracking on and then realised I only had 6 screws left, so bada bing, bada boom. 3 new packs of screws to save me going backwards and forwards. That's probably way too much, but your boy's a screw connoisseur, so we had to get 3 packs. Anyway, what we're going to do, I forgot to start filming, but we have got 2 up here with a joist in between. Fucking solid as anything, and exactly the same on the other side over here. So now I'm going to set up the camera and crack on with this. What we're going to do is we're going to have another joist going between here at the bottom, and this one's going to basically be resting on this wheel arch, and that's just going to give it a bit more of support. So we're going to have one resting along there. We'll also have another one at the top, I'm thinking. I'm not too sure really. I'm just going to put, I think, 2 supports like this in between each of the vertical poles. Once we've done all of that, we can go ahead and start doing the beams across for the roof, and then we can start doing the bed frame. So yeah, I've been rambling for the first half of this video because I forgot to film the time lapse of me doing that, but from now it's going to be a time lapse of us cracking on with these walls.
Silky beast.
Right, as you can see in those time lapses, the walls are coming along very nicely, and we've bolted in the first piece for our bed. So we've got a nice sized double bed there. That's going to be pretty naughty. So as you can see, the bed's going to be on that half, kitchen here, and then obviously we're going to sort out some sort of little bits of furniture which fold in and out, like a sofa, all of that. So it's coming along well. We just need to strengthen it a bit more now. Then we'll go ahead and do the roof. And now, what I'm thinking with the roof, it's going to be quite tough. If we want to maximise the space, I don't want to cut out the structure here. And if we do put a beam in here, we're going to lose like an inch or 2 of headroom. So what I'm thinking is either at the front or the back, probably actually here in the middle, is we're going to have one beam which is slightly lower down. And that's basically going to like come through, almost like in the old-fashioned houses where you have the beams which come out, and we're going to stain that dark brown, and that will come out of the cladding, so it gives that kind of vintage feel. All on the rest of the places, I've measured this, and this is perfect for the flooring insulation which we use, 25mm. So we're going to basically fill these with insulation, and then we will use some cladding just straight over the top of that. hopefully. Well, actually that's not going to work, so it's going to have nothing to bolt it into. So I need to think about the roof a bit more, but we're going to have a strengthening beam across, but we're not going to do the roof in the same sort of framework as the walls. It's going to be linked together, but it's not going to be the same as this, if you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to crack on cutting bits of wood, chopping things apart, and carrying on making this frame. So before I crack on and start erecting the kitchen counter, or the frame for the kitchen counter, just a couple of things I wanted to mention to bear in mind if you're doing this yourself. Just make sure, obviously, for the hob and sink combo, which you're going to be using on top of there, that you make it the right size for that. It sounds like common sense, but you could quite easily forget that because I don't have that yet. It's just little things you need to think about in advance to make sure everything fits, because it'd be an absolute nightmare to put it all together. Get the sink in and the cabinet's too small that you've wasted an absolute hell load of wood. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the frame for this cabinet all together now, and then yeah, we will be pretty much ready. Now in terms of the bed, as you can see, we've got the first bit there. I'm not going to do the back bit, only reason being is the electrical system is going to be underneath here, and it's just going to be difficult to get to access it. So I'm going to do as much as possible. I might just put a bar on the other side, just at the same height as this one, but we're not going to be doing all of the struts and all the support underneath until we've done all of the wiring and the electrical system, which is probably what's going to be next. But yeah, what we'll do, set up another time lapse, get to work constructing this kitchen cabinet. It's crazy how the van's already starting to take shape. As you can see, this is going to be our kitchen counter area, right there. Our bed, we've got two sides for that. We're going to leave this middle bit for the time being, like I said previously, because the electrical system's going to go in there. What I'm going to do now, we've still got to do the roof, but I'm going to do that another day because I'll need a different type of wood to do that, slightly thinner wood to do that. But what we're going to do is we are going to just put in as many more supports as we can and use up the majority of this wood. I'm still thinking we may have another little kind of unit here for some storage, just because we've got quite a lot of space here. And yeah, I reckon that's probably the best plan of action for the time being. Or we could even extend this workbench out here. I'm not too sure yet. So yeah, I'm going to go inside, have a little snack. I'm absolutely starving. But when I come back, we're going to put some more supports in and then see where that takes us and see how long we've got left of the day. Yo, bada bing, bada boom. We are back and we are going to finish off putting all of this framework up as much as possible for today in about an hour of light we've got left. Shit. So I'm going to cut it to size, cut all of these bits of wood down, and then we're going to go ahead, strengthen them up on a time lapse, and then we'll catch up. What I'll do at the end of the video, I'll do a couple of cinematic shots of what we've got up to, and then we're going to leave it for today's video. And there we have it. The interior framework for the Michelin machine is almost complete. Now, it's getting quite dark and I haven't got all the wood I need, but as you can see from those clips, now we can see exactly where the bed's going to be, where the kitchen area is going to be. Like I was saying previously, I'm thinking of having like a little cabinet here. I just need to do some planning to make sure that that's definitely what I want there before I buy it all together and make sure that will all logistically work. So I'm trying to think whether it might be better to have like a table there. But what I am thinking is this little bench will convert into a chair, and then what we can do is we can have a little fold-up table right here, and that will just be able to give you a little eating area if you do want to sit down and eat. But in all fairness, you can just be sitting on the bed and eat up there, or I might even have like a little fold-up counter. Well, I am going to have this. I'm just basically planning it. So when you're lying in bed, we can have like a little table fold up over your legs, so we can sit on the laptop, do some work, editing, or whatever you want to do. Basically, you can just sit on there and do some work. Yeah, I'm going to go inside and do some more planning for this. Just plan out where everything's going to go. Next, what we're probably going to be doing is the electrical system. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's, like I said, that's why I need to plan and do a bit more of that. We've got some more wood, so it may look ever so slightly different when we do catch up in the next video. I probably will come in here tomorrow after work, just put a couple more supporting beams up, maybe even make that little unit down there, depending on whether I'm going to do it or not. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Massive thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.